What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boston Clinic. Y'all know what it is. Early morning grind. I'm gonna link this article in the description as usual. And Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum is to sit down and to discuss some very important, stuff. As far as what's gonna be his next opponent. Said that Pacquiao want a good opponent, and it seems like the Fasal Lomachenko thing has went out the window. Bob said that Lomachenko father didn't want him jumping up 2 weight classes. They wanted him to move up to 135 first sometime this year. And then in the fall, they consider fighting Pacquiao at 140. But, Bob Arum has a dilemma right now. I think it depends on Pacquiao opponent. If Pacquiao may fight on the same card as Jeff Horn and Terence Crawford, and if that's the case, it will be pay-per-view. And Pacquiao will be the main event at Madison Square Garden. It's either going to be April 21st in Las Vegas, depending on the Vegas Golden Knights. I think that's the hockey team if they're in the playoffs. And if that's the case, it looks like it's probably going to be like April 12th in New York City, Madison Square Garden. And they trying to work on Pacquiao right now. And his opponent, he wants a good, decent opponent, which I don't know who out there to prove he's a good, decent opponent. But either he gonna have his own card, or if he hops on the Crawford Horn card, he'll be the main event, and it'll be pay-per-view. Because ESPN, like we reported a couple weeks ago, ESPN has with Top Rank, they have 2 pay-per-view dates, and if this could be one of them, and I think if Pacquiao do or don't fight on this card and make it pay-per-view, I believe the second one will be Crawford and Pacquiao on pay-per-view. Now, for one, I know a lot of people that don't want to pay for this pay-per-view, period. This is a fool's gold. And I know Crawford and Horn ain't a pay-per-view fight. If Pacquiao fight anything short of Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, it's not a pay-per-view fight. So, with a casual people pay to see Pacquiao main event, because that's what they're going to be pushing. If on this card, it act like it's a good card because you got Horn and Crawford on the undercard and Pacquiao on top of the bill versus, God knows who, probably a Constantine Pullmarv or something like that. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to do well. For some reason, Bob is trying to force feed pay-per-view. He want to try it, and none of these guys are pay-per-view big pullers right now. I understand that Pacquiao did good numbers with Horn on regular ESPN, but when you talking about people digging in their own pockets, definitely a different ball game. But if he does his own card, I believe it will be on regular TV, and that's probably for the best. Maybe give him something from the Philippines versus if you're gonna give him a lackluster opponent. Maybe that's the selling key right there. But Jeff Horn and Crawford is not a pay-per-view fight. They need to get more exposure. So I think it's best to be left on ESPN. I think it's best to have his own card. Don't overshadow Pacquiao, because Pacquiao basically said, well, not basically, he said he ain't fighting on no undercard, he is beneath him. But at the end of the day, you look at your stretch of your record, that's where you at right now. You're a popular fighter, but you getting beat, and then you're not going to fight nobody that's worth a damn. So how can you expect to be on top of a pay-per-view bill and people to pay for it? Because when you talk about top of a pay-per-view bill, that's what people looking at as the top fight. Really, rarely, even though Crawford and Horn is a good fight, when you pay $1, you're not paying for the undercard, you're paying for the top main event. And I don't see too many people going to pay even $30, $40, $50, $60 to see Pacquiao back after the performance that he put last time, and people know that he's slipping. But, hopefully Horn and Crawford don't get outshined by Pacquiao. Let them have their own card in that Madison Square Garden. Let Crawford continue to build, and if you want to match these two up later on, let's do it. A lot of people talking about Pacquiao trying to pick on trying to cherry pick a super featherweight, but that super featherweight cherry picked the super bantamweight. He cherry picked two in a featherweight. So I don't have no hard feeling for Lomachenko. He's been enjoying the physical advantage for quite some time over guys. And I don't think it's too much to him to step up to 137 or 140 to prove his worth. And I understand if he wants to get a 35 fight in, do it. Move up the right way, because ain't no second chances, ain't no redos, because once it's embedded in the people's mind, you get beat up and exposed. I mean, no matter who it is, especially by old Pacquiao. So I understand him not wanting to take the risk. But it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why Top Rank is trying to force this, this pay-per-view thing. They were talking about how great everything was fighting on regular ESPN. Their numbers not even good on regular ESPN. It's worse than HBO's, and it's comparable to Showtime with less subscribers. So that's just something to look at. Let me know what y'all think. We gone.